Alright y'all, so we got the last unboxing of the year. I promise y'all I ain't buying nothing else. I say that now, but I really do want that 28 to 70 RF lens. And so I'm gonna be careful because like these overhead shots are a little risky. I ain't gonna lie. I should have just went ahead and broke this earlier. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Boom. So it'll be a whole lot easier once we get the first box out. So paper wrapping. Let's go ahead and throw that away. We got this nice box. Oh, this thing got some weight to it. So we're gonna lift this up real quick. Shout out to B&H for being the only place that had the one I wanted without having to wait a month. So boom, boom. Got the battery warning, all that jazz. Let's see where the opening is at. Oh, we got instructions. So let me make sure this is good and seen for y'all. Sorry that the camera's shaking on this screen. This is a sturdy. Ooh, it's pretty. Boom, boom. B&H. Shout out to the good rapping. Good rapping. Boom. Oh, yeah, they got definitely some weight to it. So we're gonna move this. Give me a second. You know what? I do have a question. If you are a YouTuber, product photographer, anything, and you do overhead shots, I would love to know how you do yours. Comment, link it to a video or anything that you have, and go from there. All right. So we're gonna go right here. Rip that plastic. Oh man, I think it's beautiful. I've been shooting with Macs since I want to say it had to be before that, so 2013. And so, no, it couldn't be. Yeah, 2013, probably 2013. No later than 2015, but definitely 2013. Oh man. So this would be Mac number 3, I think. My current one before this one was the 2018 MacBook Pro and the 15-inch, and now we have the 16-inch 2021 model. Y'all can see that. Keep it going. It's coming off. Boom. Alright, we're gonna lift up. Y'all, this thing is thick. Alright, cool. So let's start right here. We're gonna put this back here. It's freezing cold, I tell you that. It was definitely refrigerated. So what we have first is the charger. You know, this might be a little blown out, so I'm actually gonna take some light out real quick so y'all can see maybe a little bit better. Okay, cool. We got the charger. What's dope about this one is actually another thing that I really missed. There's several things I missed about the old Macs before they went to the all USB-C body. The MagSafe. I've actually broken a few cords. Broken a few USB-C cords because Mac fall or something like that, or the cord get kicked, and this part was bent. Luckily the Mac itself hasn't ever been damaged, which really is scary. So like, it's great to have that MagSafe again. Put that right there. This is your information. MacBook Pro, paperwork, all that jazz. Stickers, I'm pretty sure that's in there. I'm not gonna spend too much time with that. Setup instructions. And next we have the actual block. So when you get the 16, and I think it's for all the 16, you get the bigger battery power block. So if you get the 14 one, it's actually a little bit smaller. You can upgrade to it, I think for like $40 or something like that. It may be $90, but it's something in that range. No more than 90. Could be less than 40. Alright, cool. So that's the rest of that box. And I'll just put that right there. Moving this back in. Boom. Oh, yes. Love this. Boom. And so we're just gonna do a lift up Comes with the little screen on front. Oh man, looks really good. Just gonna go ahead and get started. A couple things to note. Has the, I love this keyboard, this dark black, it looks really great. Fingerprint part on the side. It has this is where the MagSafe goes right here. 2 USB-C ports, headphone jack. Kind of feel like the headphone jack could have went somewhere else, but like good right here. This thing is thick, y'all. It's a whole lot heavier. HDMI, SD card, and another USB-C. So they brought back some ports, which is great. Yeah, this thing is definitely sturdy. I like it a lot. But we're gonna go ahead and move forward and talk about some other stuff. So great. All right, so we done finished the unboxing. You can see Makisha over there. I'm just joking. That's not her name. I'm gonna name that Mac something. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a lot more weight to it than my previous MacBook Pro. So that's the 2018 model, and definitely happy to have the ports back. The HDMI cord, that is very important for me. Makes my life a little easier because I do have to like do some presentations in my personal life, and then two, just to have the SD slot, so that makes it a little easier to choose what I'm gonna shoot with. That's definitely gonna increase my use of the 5D, not the 5D, the R5, especially if it's for quicker shoots. So I won't be using the CF Express Fast B card. I mean, yeah, that card. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But moving on, just want to talk about why you've seen so many unboxing videos. One, trying to hit that algorithm, y'all, be honest with you. But two, this year I invested a lot into my business. So my personal photography company is called AntPic, and Anthony Production, Innovation, and Creation. And I just really decided that I was gonna triple down with my business, because actually I'm not actually trying to have a successful photography company. I actually want to grow my own media company that helps out with brands and marketing and X, Y, and Z and logistics, which actually plays a lot into what I do outside of photography and YouTube right now. So but I wanted to bring that all in house, and so this year I was in a place to say, all right, cool, let's double down, let's upgrade to what we need to be at, let's keep up with the masses to some extent. And so that's the reason we went with the R5. That's the reason we got an RP for these videos right here, which a video is coming really soon. This RP is probably my favorite camera that I don't use for work. Right, and then even like the 1DX Mark III. Part of my work, I work in a lot of civil justice spaces, and so a lot of what I've been doing, particularly with the photography side, is documenting the marches, documenting some of the events that's going on with my at work. And so I had to start upgrading gear, and so I want to actually really go to the computer, because you might ask, like, why did I upgrade my computer? I already had a Pro. I can see the Pro back there. So for me, I was using my computer, and the first time I really noticed it started getting slow was when I had got the 1DX Mark III. And so the files had changed compared to my 5D Mark IV at the time, which those files were CR2, and the 5D Mark, and the 1DX Mark III started shooting with CR3 files. And so one, it's taking a lot more pictures. Not necessarily spraying and playing, but the ability for that camera to shoot is to get through frames is just so much greater than the 5D Mark IV. It was actually to the point where I actually got sick of using continuous mode, and I just actually ended up switching to one shot, just to slow myself down a little bit, because it not necessarily got too easy. It started making me lazy because it was hitting focus and getting through the shot, so it was making me a little bit lazy as a photographer. But uploading those files, and if I have to go through hundreds of files, those files were just a lot harder for that computer. It is a 16 gigabyte MacBook Pro with a half a terabyte of storage, and so it did a great job since I bought it in 2018. But those were the first signs that, like, okay, the technology space is tilting, right? So the limits of this technology versus new technology is starting to show. The follow-up was my R5. I was actually after I got there, I started shooting. I was on the road, and I was trying to upload the pictures, and you know, those are 40 megapixel files. I'm not really one to compress. Nothing against anyone who compresses, anything like that. It's just not me. I just prefer to have everything. That's personality, style, everything that I do. And when I tell you it took forever for it to preview, it took a while for it to preview. And so I started already thinking about, okay, cool, it's time to upgrade. And we have these beautiful, amazing Macs right now with the 2021 model that came out, brought back the ports, everything like that. But when it comes to the next 4 and 5 years, where I'm planning to have all this gear for at least 4 to 5, 6 years in that range, it would be really difficult to keep moving forward and working on the road with the limitations that were in that previous MacBook Pro. And so, because now I was in a place to really buy out. So when I bought that MacBook Pro, I actually, for a very similar reason, where my computer wasn't loading photos, because I think I had a 13 or 14 Mac that time, because I got it refurbished. It got to the point like I couldn't edit anything, like Lightroom would just crash. So I ended up buying that Mac, but it was out of like necessity, a very quick necessity, because I could not do work. So I ended up going to Best Buy, essentially just buying the best one that they had. And so the compromise that I had was, one, the space. I went from 1 terabyte to half a terabyte, which still hurts me to this day. But I did have the 16 gigs of RAM and whatnot. So versus the 8 gigs on that 2013 or 2014 MacBook. So I was able to really like make some changes. It sped up the workflow. And now that 4-year gap is happening again. And that's just something to keep in mind, that 4 years is really kind of the top tier technology limit. So every 4 years you need to be prepared to like upgrade, or be prepared to like adjust a little bit, or have expectations that certain things are going to be moving a little bit slower. And so with me being in a place to actually upgrade to this Mac, I just went ahead and went all the way. So this is all the core 64 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte. I was not playing for 8 terabytes. That was a ridiculous price. But this is to remove that need on the back end, right? So by the time I upgrade this one again, I will probably actually not be upgrading this, I'll be upgrading that. So in the next like 4 years or something like that, because this got more RAM than that. So I actually think this is actually a faster laptop than my MacBook Pro, my Mac Pro right there. So it's just just keep those things in mind, right? For you gotta really pace yourself and really invest into yourself based off what you need, and like understand it. If you're just doing photography, you don't need to go really the high end. If you're just doing video, you probably don't need to go the high end, unless you're doing like some crazy After Effects and XYZ. But with me moving to more clients, with me doing more branding work, with me doing more video work, X, Y, and Z, I just need to, I just wanted to be comfortable in that top space. And then two, and I know I'm willing to do the work to justify the spending. So even with these recent purchases, can't talk right now, this Mac right here, I plan on working very hard to justify like paying off what I spent on that over the next 2 months, right? And I know that I'm in a place to do that based off of what I have scheduled, based on things that I'm gonna be booking for the rest of the year, to justify that payment. And once again, I have a second income. I have a whole full-time job that I'm also working, right? And so I can be realistic in that space. And I want y'all to, as y'all think about even when things that y'all are upgrading, and we'll do another video that's dedicated just to like talking about when should you upgrade, but you got to be honest with yourself. Don't put yourself in a bind for an upgrade, right? Your gear is not going to technically get you more money unless you're already working hard. And you need to be already working hard to justify getting that more money. I'm already putting money into advertisements for my business. I'm already have reoccurring clients. I already have like money coming in to justify my purchases, so I can be a little bit more I can give myself a little bit more wiggle room. And then too, like my job pays well enough where I have some leftovers every month to like invest into my business, and that's just really what I do. So you just gotta be real about what you can do. Don't put yourself in a bind. Don't hurt your finances for an upgrade. But when you do upgrade, when you do take risks, because I ain't gonna lie and tell you I didn't take any risks. I took plenty of risks with upgrading gear. You have to be willing to work in order to justify those purchases. You can get the best lens in the world, have the best camera in the world, but no worth ethic, you ain't gonna make no money. Nobody is booking you because you have a shiny camera. They're gonna book you because you have personality. They're gonna book you because you have quality work, and they're gonna book you because they trust you to deliver a product. And so like you want to make sure that like all those things are in line before you spend crazy money on getting the top tier, yada 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 yada. But that's all I gotta say. That was a little bit of a rant, but I appreciate y'all. If you made it this long, thank you. Appreciate you deep down in my heart. But this is Dean Charles Anthony. This is the last unboxing for a while. I am gonna do a video. I say this is the last unboxing, right? But I am going to do a video about my wish list for 2022. There are still like some things I want. I have everything that I need. Let me say that. But there's still some things that I want. That Canon 28-70. I want it. I want to experiment with some new bags. I'm kind of interested in some of the Peak design bags and stuff like that. Some new camera straps, stuff like that. Just a little accessory stuff. But that's it, y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe. I hope you liked this video. Appreciate you if you made it this long. If you didn't, it's fine. You should have liked earlier. But this is Dean Charles Anthony II. We do 3 videos here a week. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're out.